Okay, so I'm starting this episode off and I'm gonna go swinging. There's a bunch of things that I said I will speak of. I haven't had a chance to go over what I said I will speak of. I've just been doing a lot of research and stuff like that into obviously the stuff that I do want to speak about, that I'm feeling strong in my heart to speak about. And like I said, it's my own channels, it's my own opinion. So basically, I want to start off quickly by speaking about our plans to start a media company, which obviously our plan is to become an international conglomerate with the intention of providing quality news, entertainment, and frontier bespoke media offerings targeted at revolutionizing the integrity and verification of information, thereby validating data submissions and entries. We look to have a freedom of speech as our shining lights, as well as to work hard hand in hand with a number of key role players to ensure the right people and their agendas have a voice that will not shake or waver. So I am going to go over the subject in more detail, but for now, I just want to speak about DJT in pop culture. He's been loved since the 80s, responsible almost single-handedly for the New York skyline. New York in the 80s, very similar to how Durban is. A lot of people unemployed and restless. Crime rates is very high, and very few, if any at all, wanted to take a chance of investing in the US, specifically New York. Through careful connections in the arts of lobbying, was able to provide investment, employment, inspiration, as well as huge political breakthroughs for many high-profile people that are now seeing themselves as huge players. Was extremely involved in changing many laws that enable young people to start businesses and further themselves in all facets of life. Extremely pivotal in the rise of the UFC, MMA internationally, and Dana White's. When the UFC were bankrupt and hard on their ass, he personally endorsed Dana White's in the UFC even more than once, offering his hotels as venue. Has consistently supported the MMA movement. This is why I have a huge respect for both Dana White and Mr. Trump. You never forget who your real friends are. They both have stayed loyal to each other since either of their inceptions, and in the wake of any and all scandals. To the youth, this is the type of role models you need. These are the examples you follow. I used to think that a good team, a solid nucleus around you, is only half the battle. I weighed whether if it was the most important half or if a half at all. Now I'm telling you, having people you can trust, people being trustworthy, people having your back regardless or irrespective is literally 99% of it. Literally, your idea, your plan, your work, that splits up in the last 1%. Sounds crazy, but backtest it yourself. It's why someone can copy your model after you try to succeed and they still fail. You ask yourself why. I know. I'm saying. Anyway, DGT has always been a positive influence in popular culture since before I was swimming, let alone thought of. Basically, when I had the ability to conceive a thought, Donald Trump was already making mischief in the Playboy Mansion and firing people in the boardroom. This guy is a real Suge Knight for real. What I don't understand, however, which is why I'm doing investigations of my own, how I will get into, but what I don't understand and what I plan on investigating is the sudden shift in climate towards Donald Trump. I'd like to look into his social profile leading up to the 2015-2016 elections, which is when I believe the media machine turned against him. I'd like to look into why. I intend on examining some of his wisdom and advice leading up to his bid for the White House, his time on the Hill, his re-election bids, and some of his advice now. I see him as a very good man, many did. I don't know why, and would like to know into how this changed. Remember, this man is not afraid to go toe-to-toe with anyone. I mean anyone. It's one thing for us to play gangster with a little crews and our little guns with zero intelligence. It's another thing for us to prepare for the undefeated killer. Dana just locks the cage and enjoys. Totally different ball game when you and all the homies have their own intelligence, national security, and special forces. Literally not even a fathomable sport to 99%. This man then goes toe-to-toe with the scariest men to ever live. Doesn't just come back, but comes back with what he says he was going to get. Apex predator that hunts the game it says it will, on a hungry stomach, victimized by his own species and left for dead by many after constantly being attacked. Who can stand this tall? Maybe only his son, but still. I would like to talk about some of his ideas and just start the conversation. Then I would like to recap on all that I still have promised to discuss. So, firstly,